So good morning, everyone. Today we are going to look at the evaluation of management thought. So everybody, you might have understood what is management and what are the process the management having. So when it comes to evaluation of management thought, time to time the pioneers developed different theories and different thoughts based on the requirements of the situation. So as a evolution of management thought, we'll be looking in different perspective of management theories in which it will be categorized in different ways. Classical management approach, and then we have management science approach, contingency approach, institutional management approach, and then we have modern or the new management concepts. So when you look at this evaluation of management thought, basically the management concepts are developed in different manner in which it will be categorized in terms of informal way of development of management thought. Then we'll be looking at the formal body of management thought and what are the forces or the reasons which causes to the development of different management concepts in terms of management theories. So when it comes to development of informal body of management thought, there are several reasons which we'll be considering as a miracle of management when you look at these concepts, like the Great Pyramids in Egypt, and then the Roman Empire, and the Great Wall of China built in between 220 and 206 BC, and wondrous work of Sri Lankan kings like Sigiriya. So there are different contributors we call earnest contributors to the management disciplines, and the examples also there. You see how it has been constructed. Great pyramids in Egypt, and then China's longest fence, which was constructed by the Chinese people, and also when you look at the Sri Lankan context, Sigiriya. So it is wondering how it has been built up by the people in terms of management thought. So these are the people, ancient people who contributed to the development of a different management thought in terms of management. And when you look at the formal way of development of the management thought, so these are the reasons that causes to the development of a different management thought, different management thoughts in terms of management theories. One is the Protestants' work ethic that was given by the Martin Luther and John Calvin in 16th century. The other one, the theories developed by the Adam Smith, capitalism and division of labor, and the Industrial Revolution that was created in the United Kingdom in 17th century, and the productivity problem, which is the most crucial reasons to the development of the management thought. So when you look at the different management thoughts in different periods, so first basically we have scientific management theory, and then administrative management theory and bureaucratic management theory, which is categorized or classified as classical management of thought. And then the behavioral school and the management science approach, later on system approach, contingency approach, and finally we have the modern approaches of management thoughts. So these are the main thoughts we have in terms of management. So classical approach, behavioral approach, management science approach, system approach, contingency approach, Japanese approach, and excellent approach. When it comes to classical approach to management, so we have a scientific management theory which was developed by the engineer who was an engineer, F.W. Taylor, father of the management. And the second one, administrative management theory, which was developed by Henry Fayol, who was the manager of a large coal manufacturing company. And third one, bureaucratic management theory, which was developed by Max Weber. So when it comes to scientific management theory, in this theory, people were treated like a machine. So people or the employees are given the working condition. They have been given the proper trainings, and they have been set with the standards and policy of work where they have to perform. Therefore, an employee who is contributing his productivity who will be earning a lot. That is the concept of scientific management theory. Therefore, this theory focuses on the improvement of operational efficiencies through the systematic and scientific study of work methods, tools, and performance standards. Therefore, employees are set with the standards. The person who is contributing that level of standards will be having higher earning. Otherwise, he or she will be earning a low. That is the concept of Taylor. Therefore, people like to work hard. They have to work hard in order to have more earnings. That is why we treat like a machine. People or the employees are treated like a machine. So in this theory, the key contributors are F.W. Taylor and Frank Gilbert, William Gilbert, Henry Gant. And so when it comes to the scientific management theory, therefore the management is considered as a science. That means they'll be given the particular working condition, employees are given the training opportunities, and they'll be provided with the working environment. They have to work accordingly. Therefore, it is considered as a science of working towards higher productivity through higher work efficiency. So it believes that there is always a best standardized method of work for which the workers can be trained scientifically. So that is why we treat it is like a science. Therefore, they'll be given the proper training opportunity, they'll be given the working condition for which they have to sit and they have to work accordingly. Therefore, so these are the reasons that the management concepts, scientific management concepts has been developed. So one is the soldering, that mean in the Second World War. So most of the people were moved towards the soldering opportunity. Therefore, there are people who has there are less people who contributed to the working environment at the organization. Therefore, that causes to have the development of management thoughts. Second one, rule of thumb. So there are different rules we have. Then people has to contribute it or the move towards that particular rules. So that is very difficult for them to cope up with particular rules. Therefore, that causes the movement of employees in different area. And third one, lack of concerns for working conditions. Therefore, the less concerns to the working condition and the working environment, employees are given with the less proper environment. Therefore, that causes the low productivity. Therefore, that creates the development of management thoughts. And finally, non-availability of effective incentive methods. Even though people, when they work hard, there were no system to evaluate them, to give the proper incentives level. So that causes the employees to have less productivity. So that also creates the opportunity for the development of the management thoughts. Therefore, these are the reasons that causes the development of the management thought. So when it comes to the scientific management theory, which was constructed by having different assumptions. So one is economic rational man. So economic rational man mean people are contributing to the proper work by having a proper knowledge. So that is the assumption that is why people are provided with a different training opportunity and the proper working condition. Therefore, employees are expected to have higher knowledge level. Second one best method of work. So they will be given the particular working condition. There is a system and they have to follow and work accordingly. Therefore, one suitable method of work will be given to the employees. Third one, workers have the potential of doing any work prescribed by the science. That means there are policies, there are standards, there are norms. Employees have to follow when they work. Therefore, these are the three assumptions that has been assumed in order to apply the scientific management theory. And these are the principles of scientific management. So one is develop a standard method for performing each job. So there is a standard or the particular policy that has been developed to perform their jobs. Second one, the scientific selection of workers. Therefore, the particular person will be selected and assigned with a proper work. Therefore, people or the employees are identified for the particular job and they have to work for that particular job or the task. Third one, the scientific education and development of the worker. Therefore, time to time, based on the requirement, they are given with the training opportunity and also the learning facilities they will be given. Therefore, employees are expected to have required level of knowledge in order to perform their task or the job. Fourth one, intimate friendly cooperation between management and labor. So there is a proper coordination between the management and labor. That means, so there is a standard. So when the people work with a particular standard and they attain the particular level of production, so they'll be given the particular incentive. Therefore, that is what we call there is a proper cooperation between the management and labor. And finally, tie the work performance of employees with economic rewards. Therefore, based on the productivity level, so employees are given with their economic or the financial benefits. So that causes the employees to work to the achievement of their particular target. So these are the principles of scientific management thought. And when it comes to the scientific management theory, there are different purposes we have. So one is the work situation. So first of all, the management has to understand what is the situation or the environment of particular working condition. Therefore, the task to be performed, a pool of workers and the managements are contributing to identify the different working situation. Second one, task analysis. So what are the tasks we have according to the nature of the work? Therefore, employees are identified with a particular task and they have to assign with a particular task and they have to work accordingly. Therefore, the management scientifically studies, specializes and standardizes the task element. And the third one, matching tasks with workers. Therefore, we have to identify who is the relevant worker to be assigned with the particular task. Therefore, each people who are contributing to that particular task or the who are more towards the particular task will be assigned with the particular um, job. Therefore, when they assign with the task that they can be able to perform, so employees automatically performing their productivity level as well. Therefore, management selects and trains and assigns workers to task elements. And the final one, continued management. So we have to continually supervise the employees and we have to provide the particular working environment continually in order to achieve the organizational overall objectives. Therefore, management supervises and maintains planning responsibilities. So what are the needs they have? What are the different skills they need? So based on that, they'll be provided with the different training opportunities in order to develop their skills in order to perform the particular job or the task. So these are the different purposes we have in terms of scientific management. So at the overall, when you look at this scientific approach, at, so employees are totally treated like a machine. So if they wanted to have more earnings, therefore they have to produce more. So if they work hard, so they are going to have more earnings. So that is why scientific management theory fails. So in order to that, so later on, the other theories were developed by the Henry Fayol, that is we call administrative management. So when it comes to administrative management theory of management approach, so this theory focuses on the improvement of productivity of the entire organization. So that is the main difference between the Henry Fayol's scientific management theory, sorry, Taylor's scientific management theory and Henry Fayol's administrative management theory. So where in the scientific management theory, they have the concern about a particular employee. But here we have the productivity of the entire organization. That means collective work. So employees has to collectively work in order to achieve the organizational overall objectives. Therefore, the key contributor to the administrative management theory is Henry Fayol, who was the manager of the large coal manufacturing company in UK. So, administrative theory. So, these are the three aspects of administrative management concepts. One is the activities of an organization, and the second one, function of management, and the third one, principles of management. So when you look at the different activities of organization which has been identified as technical activities, say for example production and manufacturing. So production and manufacturing most related with the technical part of a particular process. Now that has been identified as a technical activities. Second one, commercial activities. So buying and selling. So after the production, we have to sell and consumers has to buy. So that is we call commercial activities. Third one, financial activities. So search for and best use of a capital. The fourth one, security activities. So safeguarding property and people. And fifth one, accounting activities, so recording financial information in order to measure the organizational performance. And finally, managerial activities that has been classified as planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. So these are the functions of management. Basically, we have plan, organize, command, coordinate, and finally we have a proper control. So whatever the activities we carry out, therefore there should be a proper plan. So without a plan, there will be no success. Therefore, it has to be properly planned and it has to be properly organized and it has to be properly coordinated or directed, and finally it has to be controlled properly in order to achieve the organizational objectives. So this is one of the major concerns of principles of management under Henry Fayol's administrative approach, that is we call 14 principles of management. One is division of labor. So labors are divided. Labors are assigned with a particular task where it has to be performed by them continually. So that is what we call division of labor. That means particular work or the tasks are being divided into several units, and it will be assigned with the particular person or the laborer or the employee where he or she has to perform continually. Therefore that particular employee become expertise of that particular unit of work. That is the major concern of this particular management approach. Second one, discipline. So whatever the activities we carry out, there should be a proper discipline. That means set of standards we have, set of policies we have. So based on the standard and based on the policies, we have to perform the particular task. Third one is the unity of direction. So there should be a proper command. There should be a proper direction to the employees to perform their task. Fourth one, remuneration. So they'll be given with a proper level of or adequate level of uh, remuneration or the salary. Fifth one, the hierarchy. So in which level we have to perform, in which level we are. So accordingly, they have to perform their task. Sixth one, equity. So we have to treat the each and every employees in an equal manner. And they have to be provided with the equal salary based on their nature of the job. Seventh one, initiative. So there should be a proper leadership to motivate the employees to perform their task. Eighth, authority. So based on the nature of the job, based on the nature of the task, they should be assigned with the proper level of authority. And ninth one, unity of command. So whenever they perform the task, there should be a proper command. Unity of command should be there. Otherwise, they'll be failing. 10th, subordination of individual interest to the common goal. That means each and every employee's arm contributed towards the organizational goal. That is what we call collective work rather than the individual work. So each and every employee collectively work as a team towards the achievement of the common goal of the organization. And centralization. 12th one, order. And 13th, stability of staff. And finally, esprit de corps. So these are the 14 principles of management. That is the key concern of the administrative management theory of Henry Fayol. And the third approach is bureaucratic management theory that was developed by Max Weber. So this theory stressed the need for a strictly defined hierarchy of governed by clearly defined rules and regulations and line of authority in an organization. Therefore, in this theory, it concerns about different characteristics. One is clearly defined objectives. So that is based on the concept of SMART. So always the objectives are set based on specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, realistic, and finally there should be a time frame to achieve the particular objectives. Second one, a set of impersonal and logical rules and routines. There should be a proper rules. There should be a proper standards to perform the day-to-day works. And third one, division of labor. So labor employment. So the job has to be divided in different units, and that has to be performed by the particular um, group of employees. And the fourth one, positions arranged in a hierarchy. So there should be a level of hierarchy in the organizational structure where we need to identify the relevant position, and it has to be given with a proper level of authority and the responsibility. So that is what clearly defined authority we should be there. That should be there. And selection based on the technical qualification. So based on the nature of the job, based on the nature of the task, so employees are recruited. So qualification should be considered when we select or recruit the employees. And finally, strict adherence to a clear chain of command. Therefore, chain of command should be there where the employee has to receive one command at a time to perform their task. And when we look at um, these different theories and a classical approach, so we can differentiate based on different concepts or different elements. So when we concern about focus of the particular theory, so if it concerns the Taylor's scientific management theory, so individual work efficiency. So that is what we call people or the employees are treated like a machine. So if they perform, they'll be having higher earning. So micro level concepts where the individual employees are considered. And when it comes to Henry Fayol's administrative management approach, so organizational efficiency. So entire organization has considered um, as a focus of this particular theory. And when it comes to Weber's bureaucratic approach, where bureaucratic rationality and orientation. So industrial engineering, that means who was an engineer, Taylor was an engineer. So he has developed some scientific um, approach to perform the um, task. And Henry Fayol, who was a manager of a large coal manufacturing firm, therefore he has a concept of managerial orientation. And Max Weber, who is a socialist, therefore who has the orientation of sociological. And methodology, so scientific methods, and here based on the administrative principles, and here bureaucratic principles. And these are the criticism of classical approach. That means one is too much emphasis on principles, structures, and methods in order to improve productivity. So they have given the concerns to the um, level of productivity, where they fail to consider the social needs of employees. Second one, social and psychological needs of the workers were not recognized adequately. So these are the major concerns of failure of classical approach. Therefore, employees' social and psychological needs are not considered much. And third one, worker was considered as a slave or a machine. So if they perform, they'll be having higher earning. If not, therefore they are failing. Therefore, employees treated like a machine. And too much emphasis on capital as the main input factor. So they have given the concerns on capital, and their employees are given with a particular training, and they are given with the standards, and they are given with a particular working condition in order to perform their tasks to achieve the high level of productivity. Therefore, these theories considers more capital, emphasize on more capital, and not recognize the informal behavior of humans. So that is the major concern, major reasons to failure of this particular approach. Therefore, they have never considered the psychological and the social needs of human beings. So human beings are not not only for the earnings money. So while they work, so they will be provided with opportunities to have the other um, needs accomplishments. Therefore, these theory not considered the informal behavior of humans. That these are the general criticism of um, the classical approach of management. So that's all about. So the next part will be discussed by one of our lecturers. Thank you.